I'm gonna make this as quick as I can because it's gonna be a long story. Earlier, I went to the park. While driving to the park down a very long road, these two children, maybe 6 or 7 years old. By the way, I just heard today that it's like Kids Day. Um, but they're like swerving through the road, looking back at me, and there's oncoming traffic. There's more traffic behind me, and they're just all over this road. Everybody's slowing down because we're all confused as to like what to do. And and I wait for another car to pass so I can then pass. And the kid screams at me, "Go!" And I stop, and I'm like, "You guys need to pick one side of the road. You can't be all over the road." And the kid says, "Look, I do." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Sunday." Okay, I was like, "I saw your mom yesterday, and I'm gonna have a chat with her about this because." And he's like, "How do you know my mom? How do you know my mom?" And I was like, "I know your mom. I saw her yesterday." And I had seen a woman with these two little boys the day prior because I was at the park the day prior as well, Richard prior. And so then go ahead and just go to the park, go for a walk. And those kids were a little stunned in the moment, like they didn't make their way to the park where you could tell they were headed. They were like rethinking their steps. So I went for my walk, and I was just hoping that like the same woman I saw yesterday would be there today. And while I'm approaching my vehicle, I see this little kid holding onto a car, and it's her like bringing them in. And I'm like, "Yay, okay, I get to like say what like went down, right?" So I'm like, "Hey," and the kids like kind of like scurry off, and I was like, "I just wanted to chat for a minute." I was like, "I know one of these boys is yours, right?" And her boy was the quieter one when this occurred. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm taller of the two." And I'm like, "This is the situation." And I was like, and she like called the boys over, and the boy that would say a naughty word, he's like, "All I said was frick," and you could see his demeanor be, and I was like, "No, you said fuck." And the woman's like, "Your mom and dad don't let you talk like that." And I was like, I know you boys are so much smarter. You just look so smart. And I know that this isn't how you guys acted. And you guys, I know that you live in this neighborhood. And, I get to just drive away. But everybody that comes here knows that you guys are around this area. And so instead of them thinking like, "Oh, those nasty kids," like, make sure you're just taking, one, care of each other, making sure each of you are safe. And two, creating a positive experience rather than a negative one with your community members, because this is your neighborhood and you need to represent it well. And both of the kids were super receptive, especially the one with the potty mouth. He was like really nice about it and very receptive. The woman was really appreciative of the conversation being had and just about safety and awareness. And I gave the little kids a little fist bump, and he wanted to pet my chihuahua, and they said thank you to me as I left, so that was really nice as well. I thanked the mother for her openness to allow me to talk to these children about the little incident. What started so ugly turned into such a beautiful moment to be able to instill, like, plant a seed for some children that sometimes may not have been planted or might have washed away. Yeah, that was a cool moment to see that really spin around. So